Have you ever paused for a moment and wondered what growing older really means? Is it just watching the birthdays pile up, or is it something much deeper, something richer? For many people past 80, the days can feel like a struggle with small, everyday tasks, standing from a chair, remembering where the keys are, or finding the courage to step onto uneven ground. These may seem like little things, but to someone who has lived through 8 decades of life, they can feel like mountains. But here's the good news. Aging does not have to mean giving up on vitality. It does not have to mean living smaller, slower, or more fragile. In fact, there are powerful abilities, 6 of them, that can help us live not just longer, but better. These 6 keys are like hidden treasures. They protect our independence, sharpen our minds, and fill our days with meaning and joy. And here's something beautiful. They're not reserved for the lucky few. They are habits, skills, and ways of living that anyone can practice, whether you're 60, 70, 80, or even older. Each one is a choice, a daily action that whispers to the world, I am still here. I am still strong. I am still becoming. In today's message, we're going to walk through these 6 abilities together. You'll hear real stories of people in their later years, teachers, grandparents, firefighters, engineers, who've discovered that thriving is still possible, that no matter what the calendar says. Their examples will inspire you, and more importantly, they will show you how you too can embrace life with strength, resilience, and grace. So I invite you to stay with me until the very end, because what you'll hear today could shift the way you see aging forever. Let's begin with one of the simplest yet most powerful abilities, balance. You might not think much about balance when you're young. Standing on one foot, walking down the stairs, or strolling across uneven ground feels almost automatic. But as the years add up, balance becomes one of the clearest signs of how well your body and even your brain are working together. Good balance is more than just standing tall. It's proof that your muscles, your joints, your inner ear, and your mind are all speaking the same language. It shows that your body still remembers how to protect you, how to keep you steady, and how to help you move through life with confidence. Why is this so important? Because falls are one of the leading causes of serious injury among older adults. A slip on the sidewalk or a misstep in the kitchen can take away independence in the blink of an eye. But when you train your balance, you're not just preventing falls, you're giving yourself freedom. Freedom to walk outdoors without fear, to climb stairs with hesitation, to dance, to garden, to live fully. Take James, for example. He's 82, a retired teacher who once felt nervous just stepping outside alone. Then he began practicing simple balance exercises twice a week, gentle yoga stretches, a few Tai Chi moves, even standing on one leg while brushing his teeth. Over time, his confidence grew. His friends noticed his steadiness, he began hiking again, and with every step, he rediscovered the joy of movement. That's the gift of balance. It doesn't just keep your body upright, it lifts your spirit. It says, I am steady, I am secure, I am free to keep moving forward. Now let's talk about something even more precious than physical strength, our memory. Memory is the thread that weaves together the story of who we are. It holds our laughter, our lessons, the names of those we love, and the details of the life we've built. But as the years pass, many older adults find that memories slip away more easily. Forgetting a name, misplacing an object, losing track of appointments, these moments can leave us feeling frustrated or even fearful. But here's the truth. Memory doesn't have to fade into the shadows. Our brains, just like our muscles, can stay strong with the right kind of exercise. And when we nurture our memory, we're not just protecting our minds. We're protecting our independence, our confidence, and our connection to the people around us. Simple daily habits make a world of difference. Solving crossword puzzles, reading a chapter of a good book, journaling about the day, or even learning a brand new skill. These activities keep the brain active, flexible, and alive. Science shows that seniors who maintain sharper memory recall often live longer because a resilient brain helps guard against diseases like dementia and Alzheimer's. Take Martha, for example. She's 85, a former librarian who treasures her mental agility. Every morning, she begins her day with a crossword puzzle, followed by a few pages in her journal. She writes down family stories, grocery lists, even memories from her childhood. These small practices have kept her sharp and deeply connected to her loved ones. Friends often say, "Martha remembers everything," and she smiles, knowing her habits are the secret. A clear memory does more than help you recall the past. It allows you to keep building your future with confidence. It whispers, "My mind is awake. My life is still unfolding." Balance isn't just about standing still, it's about how gracefully we move through life. It's the way our muscles, nerves, and brain coordinate so we can rise from a chair, walk through a garden, or step confidently into a new day. For many seniors, balance begins to feel uncertain. A wobble here, a hesitation there, and suddenly fear takes over. That fear can shrink a person's world, making them avoid stairs, outdoor walks, or even simple activities they once loved. But when we strengthen our balance, we're reclaiming more than mobility. We're reclaiming freedom. Medical research shows something remarkable. Older adults who can hold a steady balance even for just 30 seconds often face fewer falls, fewer hospital visits, and more years of independence. Think about that. Half a minute standing strong can signal years of vitality. Let me tell you about Henry. He's 82, a retired firefighter who knows the value of strength and stability. Every morning, Henry starts his day with a short routine: simple yoga stretches, slow Tai Chi movements, and mindful breathing. Over time, these practices sharpened his sense of where his body is in space, something scientists call proprioception. Today, Henry enjoys hiking trails, tending his garden, and even traveling, all without the shadow of fear. His steady balance gave him back the adventurous spirit he thought he'd lost. But the benefits of balance go beyond avoiding falls. When your body moves with stability, your heart stays healthier, your circulation flows more smoothly, and your immune system grows stronger. Even your mind feels calmer because you carry less anxiety about falling. Sustaining balance is not just a physical act, it's an act of courage. It tells the world, I trust my body. I trust myself. I am still steady in every sense of the word. Life has a way of testing us. Responsibilities, health concerns, changes in family, even the simple act of adjusting to new routines, all of these can pile up and leave us feeling overwhelmed. Stress doesn't just weigh on the mind, it touches every part of our body. It raises blood pressure, weakens immunity, and speeds up the aging process. But here's the good news. Stress doesn't have to be the thief of your peace. When you practice calm resilience, you build a shield, one that protects your heart, clears your mind, and restores your energy. Grace, a 79-year-old grandmother, discovered this truth. After losing her husband, she carried grief and worry like a heavy coat. But instead of letting stress control her, she turned to daily practices of meditation and deep breathing. At first, just a few minutes each morning felt difficult. Yet slowly, her body and mind softened into the rhythm. Today, Grace says her mornings feel like a gift. She greets each sunrise with a calm spirit, and that calmness carries into her conversations, her relationships, and even her sleep. The practices are simple, but their effects are profound. Writing in a journal to release bottled-up thoughts, gentle exercise to clear the mind, talking with a trusted friend who listens without judgment, or simply sitting quietly and noticing your breath. When you choose calm over chaos, you're not ignoring life's challenges, you're meeting them with strength. Resilience doesn't mean you never feel stress, it means you know how to soften its grip, and with that resilience, joy finds more space in your life. So remember this. Peace is not something far away. It's something you can create, moment by moment, with each breath and each choice to return to calm. One of the greatest treasures we carry through life is the bond we share with others. Friends, family, neighbors, even kind strangers. We are not meant to walk this journey alone. For older adults especially, staying connected isn't just a matter of happiness. It's a matter of health. Studies show that strong social ties protect against loneliness, dementia, heart disease, and even early death. But beyond the science, think of how it feels when you laugh with an old friend, share a meal with family, or simply chat with someone who understands your story. Those moments feed the soul. They remind us that we belong. Helen, age 82, a retired teacher, found this to be true. After stepping away from her career, she felt an emptiness where daily interactions used to be. Instead of retreating, she chose to volunteer at her local library. There, she helps children discover the joy of books, meets other volunteers, and keeps her mind active. Helen says the library isn't just a place to give, it's a place where she receives joy, purpose, and friendship. Staying connected doesn't always mean being physically present. Technology bridges gaps that distance or mobility challenges create. A video call with grandchildren, a friendly text, or even joining an online group can light up the heart. What matters is the intention, to keep reaching out, to keep sharing, to keep letting love flow. When we nurture social connections, we're not only protecting our health, we're nurturing our spirit. We're saying, I still have something to give, I still have stories to tell, I am still part of this beautiful circle of life. So pick up the phone, write that letter, wave to a neighbor. These small gestures echo loudly in the heart, building bridges that keep us strong, joyful, and deeply human. If there's one secret ingredient to thriving in later years, it's this: the way we see the world. A positive mindset is more than a sunny smile. It's the lens through which we face challenges, embrace joy, and continue to grow. Optimism has been linked to longer life, stronger immunity, and even healthier hearts. But beyond the research, positivity changes the way we wake up in the morning. It turns aches into reminders that we're still alive, wrinkles into chapters of wisdom, and ordinary days into opportunities for gratitude. Take James, 79, a retired engineer living with arthritis. The pain could have left him bitter, but instead he began a simple gratitude practice. Each night before going to bed, he writes down 3 things he's thankful for: a call from his daughter, the taste of his favorite soup, the laughter of his grandchildren. Over time, this practice reshaped his perspective. Even on tough days, he finds reasons to smile, and that smile carries him forward with courage. A positive mindset doesn't mean pretending life is perfect. It means choosing hope over despair, joy over bitterness, and faith over fear. And it's something we can nurture every single day. Mindfulness, hobbies that spark joy, affirmations that remind us of our worth, and surrounding ourselves with supportive people, all of these help our hearts stay light. When you choose positivity, you're doing more than lifting your own spirit. You're also shining a light for others, showing that aging isn't about fading away, it's about glowing with wisdom, resilience, and love. So let every sunrise remind you, today is another chance to see beauty, to choose joy, and to keep becoming the best version of yourself. As we close today's message, let's take a moment to reflect on the 6 abilities we've shared together: balance, memory, steady movement, stress resilience, social connection, and a positive mindset. These aren't distant goals or lucky gifts that only a few receive. They are living habits, small, steady practices that any of us can nurture, no matter our age. Think of them as seeds. When you water them daily with simple actions, standing tall for a few extra seconds, writing down a memory, breathing deeply in moments of stress, calling a friend, or writing 3 things you're grateful for, you are planting resilience. And over time, those seeds grow into freedom, joy, and a life filled with strength. Aging is often painted as decline, but in truth, it is a season of becoming. Every wrinkle is a chapter of survival. Every step, no matter how small, is proof of your courage, and every breath is another chance to say, I am still here. I am still growing. So let us carry this reminder. Longevity is not just about adding years to life, but about adding life to those years. The way you care for your body, your mind, and your spirit today shapes the story you'll tell tomorrow. And I invite you now, share your thoughts in the comments. Tell me one small step you'll take this week to nurture your strength, your memory, or your joy, because your story can inspire someone else who's listening right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this message with a friend. Together, we are building a community where age is not a limitation, but a celebration. Remember this: your spirit has no expiration date. Keep rising, keep moving, keep shining.